PR Connections Radio presents.
Hello, and my name is Penny Tyndall, and I am the local Summerlin publisher of Desert Foothills Living. I will be hosting this podcast called The Professionals on the first and third Wednesday of every month. Join me as I interview local business owners, community leaders, and nonprofits and hear their story on how they thrive in Las Vegas, what's up in Las Vegas, and just some friendly conversation. So join me on the podcast, The Professionals. Penny Tyndall, thanks again. Have a great day. Hello, everybody. It's Penny Tyndall. I've missed a couple weeks. I've missed you all. I want to welcome you to my podcast called The Professionals. Today, I have a good friend and colleague and professional, Joe Caldero. Joe is actually the trustee for the Nevada Employee Savings Trust. He was actually appointed by our own governor, Joe Lombardo, along with the state treasurer and the lieutenant governor. So we're going to talk about the bill passed, SB305, who it affects, what it's all about, and why it came about. So welcome, Joe. Thanks for coming on our podcast, The Professionals. Take it away.
Thank you, Penny. Thank you for inviting me. This is such an important topic. SB 305 is a bill, the Senate Bill 305, which was passed by Nevada legislators to help Nevada's better prepare for retirement when that day comes. And recently, the ARP did a study showing that close to about 31% stated that they are not quite ready for retirement, which another 33% stated that they are definitely not ready for retirement. And those statistics are national, but they do ring true here in our own state of Nevada, where more than 65% are not adequately prepared for retirement. So this is a great thing for Nevada. This is going to require employers to offer a IRA-based retirement savings program. If they do not have a plan in place, then the state will have one for them.
Well, I love that. And, I have gone to different events and I deal with a lot of small businesses, and they talk about, well, that person is part-time. They only work 20 hours, but I do have that 5-6+ people. I don't think it's going to affect me. Or I'm coming in from another state. I never heard of that. And I tried to explain to them that it's new, but this is a mandate, right? It's coming, and it's not going away in July 1st of 2025.
So I'm one of the trustees, and we are definitely we're going to meet that July 1st target date of this year, 2025. Some of the things that most businesses may not be aware of are some of the exemptions. So if you have an existing retirement plan, you are already exempt because you have a plan in place. But if you have less than 5 employees, you're also exempt. And if you've been in business for less than 3 years, it's another exemption. So those are sort of the 3 ways out. The way that it's going to work is that all employers are going to have to register and basically chime in and say, I have received your notice. We have an existing plan, and you notify the state. So all employers who have a business license are likely going to get this email. And if you do not have a plan in place, you can register right on the next page, essentially. So this is all happening pretty soon.
Well, I always talk about the email graveyard. So many people have so much email that we're overwhelmed. We're getting marketing, stuff all the time. And so we're sending it to spam, or don't recognize the email. So what is the email going to say? So people can kind of red flag it. because we don't want it to go into that junk email file, right?
Yeah, we're going to start our marketing efforts, I believe, starting in April, and it's going to come from the state of Nevada, and it's going to basically notify them that they have been identified of having a business license, and it would also go into it's a very kind of straightforward email. So it's just basically clicking on a link or a radio dial that you have an existing plan, and then because every adopting employer is going to have a unique identifier, and so that email is going to be specific to that particular business. Now, if you have more than one businesses, you can register yourself under one email, and then you can link all your other businesses under one portal.
Okay, so if one of the local businesses get this email and they're like, I don't know what this is. Is this the real thing? Is there an info link, or is there a way that they can call and just have someone say, yes, this is the real thing. Yes, this is what you need to do. I can help too.
Yeah, I mean, they can certainly, there will be a link on the Nevada Treasurer's website. So if you're not really sure of that email, go to the Nevada Treasurer's website, and they'll be able to authenticate that email.
Okay, perfect. So, I hear the statistics that, it's 31% think maybe, 33% says, heck yeah. And I know that when I do surveys, I kind of soften the blow. So I think that percent is much higher. I'm thinking over 50 plus percent. What do you think on that aspect of the local Las Vegas economy right now? The business forecast.
It's a great insight. I think most people figure that Social Security may be enough. And really, Social Security was not meant to be the replacement of your income. It's designed to replace at least 1/3. The other third could be from maybe downsizing from maybe your home, which is one of your largest assets, possibly. Inheritance could be another, but savings is another big component to that. Some people don't realize, or they're saving, later in life, and they're trying to catch up. So the younger that we are, and we're able to put money away, just makes it a lot easier over time, because the cost of retirement gets more expensive the more that we delay. So I think it's important that people today consider, what does retirement look like for you? And, how much do you need in retirement? These are things that financial advisors like myself, I'm a certified financial planner, that we have conversations with clients every day about, what retirement looks like. And more importantly, how much is needed, at retirement. And we do take in consideration inflation. And then we also factor in, how long will this income last? If you live a longer life, some people have a good genes and may live a long life, or some people need to sort of delay retirement at a specific age. So Social Security has some benefits in taking it later as opposed to full retirement age, which currently, depending on your age or your date of birth, currently is at 67, but you can take it early. And there's some strategies as to when it may be appropriate to take it.
Well, I know that I'll be working past 67, so I don't know what I'll be doing, but 67 is just around the corner. And I'm one of those folks. I mean, I'm an independent, so I'm just me, and so I'm not as worried about the Senate bill. 305, but I am very concerned about a lot of people that kind of jumped onto the entrepreneur bandwagon when COVID happened, and they have thriving businesses and they're growing, but they don't realize that they need a more stable thing. So I think that this Senate bill is amazing. What are your thoughts on this bill, your personal thoughts?
I think it's fantastic, and I'm so honored, that I was appointed to this board. One of the reasons why I think my name got bubbled up to the top is that I do represent the Las Vegas Chamber, and the Las Vegas Chamber hired me to be the advisor to the association retirement plan. And the Vegas Chamber is an amazing program that gives employers the benefit of a full-blown 401k program that they could participate with higher contribution limits. They can offer a matching if they wanted to. The Nest program doesn't have a matching program. And also the 401k does offer loan capabilities where if an employee has a need to borrow from themselves and pay themselves back interest, that's a great feature that's not available on the Nest program. But to your point, as an independent, you also have the ability to participate. You don't have to have employees necessarily. This is something that we just voted on just a few weeks, last week, I believe, to allow independent folks, cab drivers, or not cab drivers, but maybe Uber drivers who are 1099 folks, to also participate in this program. Again, it's an IRA-based program. If you're younger than 50, you can put away up to $7,000. One of the things that we also include is that you don't have to do the pre-tax, which is reducing your taxable income by the amount you contribute, but also you can do the Roth. And the Roth is a great option where you put after-tax dollars into this vehicle, and then you're able to pull the money out, including earnings, tax-free, come at retirement age. So there's some rules in regards to how do you avoid the tax or the penalties? Because any withdrawals within 5 years of the earnings, not your contributions, but earnings, can be subject to a 10% penalty.
Okay, so really this bill can benefit everybody. I mean, the whole point is for us to have healthy businesses and our individuals that work for us to provide them benefits. I mean, because in this day and age, so many businesses are putting people in the virtual workspace. They're creating, we think that it was good, but in the end, I feel like it wasn't that good, because we did lose a lot of benefits. My first job, I worked with JCPenney's, Penny at JCPenney's. I put 30% of my paycheck in because my company was paying, and I put 30% in there, and that's how I bought my first house. I just pulled it out, let it sit there. And that was like I tell my daughter as a young person, you don't have any expenses. Throw it in, do something with it. Don't spend it. You save it because the rainy day might come sooner than you think, right?
Absolutely.
And so now I'm chasing my tail, trying to get myself ready, and I'm prepared to work to 88. Hopefully I will be able to sit down with you and maybe I can go to 80. But I'm definitely excited. So this bill, I know that you had mentioned that we use like Denver or some other states that have been using something similar. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes. So we as a board had the option to create our own program, and it just seemed that a better option may be to join an existing program that had already had the infrastructure in place. So the state of Colorado has a program that we are adopting. And so we're partnering up with Vestwell, and they're going to be instrumental in helping us roll this program out to our employers. Keep in mind that this program has some features that are kind of similar to the retirement space, the 401k space, in that there's auto enrollment, meaning that if an employee does not elect to opt out, they're going to be automatically opt in, and the opt-in rate is 5%. So that's something that employers need to educate their employees when this rolls out. And if they continue to not choose to participate, they're going to get an annual increase of 1% every single year. We did cap that to 10%, but that's something to consider. The default is going to go into the Roth component to it. Now, we know that sometimes, life happens and they get busy. We're going to put their money into a cash bucket for the first about a month or so. And that's an opportunity to try to get things back per se to maybe they just simply forgot. And they want to reverse, that entry. So they'll have a little bit of grace to back out of that. But any employee that satisfies at least 180 days of service and is over the age of 18, that's going to be something that they need to be aware of.
Okay, so for the young folks that are coming out, and even if they're working part-time, this is still going to affect them, correct?
Oh, yes.
Exactly. And so if they're making, let's say, $1,000 a month, you're saying that $1,000 a month, about 5% is going to go into this fund.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. So I think that to me makes sense because, I always tell people I just look at my net check. I don't look at my gross check. That would just probably make me even sadder. But I think that this is I'm very excited about this plan. I think that this SB305, Senate bill is exciting. And I'm super excited that you are, one of the trustees, because you are very a no nonsense, straightforward financial guy. You are a guru, but you talk plain talk. And so a lot of us, we're embarrassed about our financial situation. And that's why I think the numbers are bigger, right? We're embarrassed to go do our taxes. That's why we're not going to the tax guy. We're trying to do it online, and then we're messing our stuff up, right? We have to realize that we need professionals like yourself.
Yeah, there should be no embarrassment at all. A true professional will just be a guide and help you be your advocate. So I encourage employers to reach out to their financial advisors, reach out to us. They can reach me at 702-616-2000. And we're glad to help them navigate, through the NEST program or through a 401k program, whichever makes sense for that entity. And you might be surprised that the cost difference is not very much when you look at the totality of the offering and the expense. So something to consider.
Definitely something to consider. So now with this bill coming about, is there any type of online seminars? Is there somewhere that they can go get articles? Where can they get information besides yourself? Is there something that's coming about to the public that we can kind of do a shout out, or at least give them the information so they can kind of investigate this, because we do have a few more months before this comes in play?
Well, honestly, Penny, you're being exclusive right here, right now, because we just finished the final touches in late February. And so you are the first to get this message in this video podcast in the whole entire city.
Okay.
So I'm excited for you. Thank you for pulling me aside and saying, hey, I would like to learn more about this program that's coming out. We just haven't had the time to put together videos, but we will we are excited about the state and the committee rolling out this marketing campaign, and you start to see that in the beginning of second quarter. And so you're going to start to hear more and more about it. And there will be videos. There will be a lot of information that's going to be rolled out. So just recently, like I said, we just finished some of the final touches.
I'm super excited about that. I appreciate your time. I just thought this was super exciting. My dad had owned a restaurant. I've always wanted to be my own business owner. A lot of people don't realize all the responsibility and how important it is to take care of the people that work for you. I mean, they are the cornerstone of many, many businesses. They are the face of businesses. And I think that this is a fabulous Senate bill. I'm not very big into politics, but I think that this is really fantastic. And I'm so happy that you were appointed the trustee. You definitely deserve that appointment. I don't know Joe Lombardo, but I will give him the thumbs up on this one. And I'm super excited. So Joe, for people out there like myself, why don't you go ahead and give them your contact information, because you are a key asset to personal businesses, personal people, not only business owners. And I like to do a shout out for yourself, your current business.
Well, thank you. Again, we want to be an advocate for businesses. So the best place to reach us is at 702-616-2000, or you can email us at retire@calderawealth.com. That's
okay.
retire@calderawealth.
I love that. And I'm going to hopefully retire earlier, and then I'm going to say it's all to Joe. So thanks again for coming out. I appreciate everybody here taking a chance to listen to the professionals. I'm here to shout out to the Las Vegas community on important events. I love to support my local nonprofits and also to support local businesses. So if you have something to say that is, critical to our Las Vegas Valley, please feel free to give me a call back at 702-420-8964. I'm your local publisher, but I'm also your local outreach partner. Thanks, Joe. I hope everybody is having a fabulous day.
Thank you, Penny.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.